Hey, it's time to talk about what's going on in the Collin County real estate market. Let's put everything in perspective as I always try to do. So we know the Fed raised rates by 3/4 of a point. The word on the street is they're going to raise rates again up to 1.5 basis points, 3/4 of a point possibly this month, 1/2 point in November, and 1/4 point in December. So that's another 1.5 points. So if you're sitting on the sidelines as a buyer or seller and saying, well, maybe I could wait for rates to come down, that's not going to happen soon. Will it happen? We always go through cycles. They tend to run in 3-year cycles in general. I've been in the business 21 years. That's kind of what I've seen. It's almost like when I was in the tech world, cycles were about 3 years, typical economic cycle. This one, don't know for sure. But I want to give you some interesting stats from across the whole DFW area. The last 7 days, we had 2,789 properties that were new to the market, and we had 3,989 price reductions. That's 1,200 more properties were reduced in list price than new listings to the market. That's very significant. That did not happen prior to May of this year. And also prior to May of this year, we didn't see this. This was unheard of the last 2 years. 682 properties expired. That means the sellers were unable to sell at the price they wanted, or for whatever reason during the time they were on the market, which could have been 30 days, 180 days, could have been a year, it's unknown. And 599 sellers withdrew their property from the market, throwing their hands up and saying, I've had enough. And here's another interesting statistic from September of last year till the end of September this year. Instead of being at or above 100% of list price, the average home selling for 97% of list price. And I'm definitely seeing that. And the days on the market have went from 27 days this time last year to 38 this year. That's down. And the number of homes that sold in the last year have dropped from 12,000 to 9,000. It's 25%. But what's interesting, the chart is dropping straight. So don't know how that's going to look, but I'm going to do a video about how to navigate this high interest rate market. Now let's get into the numbers for Collin County. This week, from being new to the market to having been sold, have 881 properties. That's down 55%, or sorry, 55 from last week. On another stat I want to throw in, if you're thinking of renting, Dallas is the 34th most expensive city in America to rent a home. Something to keep in mind if you're considering relocating here. So this week, new to the market or price change in all of Collin County had 260 homes. We had 204 that went under contract, 88 that went pending, and 329 that sold. So homes are still moving. It's still a good market. It's strong. It's just not like it was. May is when the switch went off, and I started seeing it back in March. But May is when we really saw the big change in the market, and now everyone else is feeling it. Allen this week had 17 new properties hit the market. I had a price change. We had 15 that went under contract. And look at this, 1 that went pending and 34 that sold. Lucas, it's the week of 3s. New to the market, under contract, pending, and sold, all 3. Every one of those categories. Parker this week, not much going on. If you're looking to put a home on the market, nothing new this week. 1 went under contract, nothing went pending, and 2 that sold. And in Fairview, only 1 new property to the market this week or price change. We had 6 that went under contract, nothing that went pending, and 5 that sold. Now let's talk about the 3 larger cities in the metro, or in our Collin County area. From number 1 this week, from homes being new to the market to having been sold, is Mckinney at 174. Plano's a solid number 2 at 166, and Frisco's number 3 at 149. I see Plano and McKinney flip a lot between number 1 and number 2. Frisco is definitely more expensive, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. It's kind of rough there. So Plano, 46 new properties new to the market this week. Our price changes: 52 went under contract, 11 went pending, and 57 that sold. Frisco, we had 48 new properties new to the market this week. Or at a price change: 42 went under contract, 6 that went pending, and 53 that sold. McKinney, 50 new properties hit the market at a price range. Had 40 that went under contract, 16 that went pending, and 68 that sold. Lavon, 8 new properties hit the market this week or at a price change there. 2 went under contract, 2 went pending, and 8 that sold. Nice little city if you're looking for a little smaller area. Somewhat rural, but it's definitely getting closed in by the city. Melissa, 14 new properties new to the market or had a price change this week. Lots of new construction there. The next few cities I'm going to talk about have a lot of new construction. If you're considering new construction, now's a good time because the home builders have finally woken up and smelt the coffee. They're giving price reductions and paying some closing costs. So a good time to be looking for that. So Melissa, 14 new properties to the market at a price change. 5 went under contract, 5 went pending, and 10 that sold. Wylie, 17 new properties hit the market this week or at a price change. 16 went under contract, 6 went pending, and 16 that sold. Princeton, we had 28 that went under contract, 28 new to the market or price change. Lots of new construction there. I suspect that's what we see there. 7 went under contract, 8 went pending, and 16 that sold. Farmersville, definitely more rural, still a little ways from the city. They only have 1 Dairy Queen there. They have a great breakfast. I've been there. Had 5 new properties hit the market this week or at a price change. We had 1 that went under contract, 2 that went pending, and 5 that sold. In Anna, again, lots of new construction. Another place to look if that's what you're in the market for. 14 new properties to the market this week or price changes. 7 went under contract, 8 that went pending, and 18 that sold. Van Alstyne, we had 11 new properties hit the market at a price change. 2 went under contract, 3 went pending, and 8 that sold. If you have any questions about what's going on in your neighborhood, don't hesitate to reach out to me. All my contact information is at the end of this video. Hope you're having a great week, enjoying the good weather. I just hope we get some rain. See you next time.